What's up, amazing viewers? Mr. Bolt here. We are going to be opening some Edge of Eternities Magic the Gathering collector packs. I've already opened one of these boxes. I pulled a lot of sweet loot. Oop. 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 Some echo. Oh boy. There you go.
What's up, amazing
Oh my
viewers?
lord.
What's up, amazing viewers?
Oh
my goodness.
What is happening?
We're
We're going to be opening some Edge of Eternities Magic the Gathering collector packs. I've already opened one of these boxes. Okay, cool. We're good now. Okay. So, some highlights from my first box that I pulled with my wife. We have the End Stone with the alternate art. It is foil too, and I am honestly very happy I pulled that. Or she pulled that, actually. Lucky freaking. I'm going to make this dude one of my next commanders. This guy is so fun. I don't know if you guys can really read that well. It's Tanic, Steadfast Second. He gives everything haste, and artifact and red creature cards have morph, or warp. Excuse me. Yeah, he's probably going to be one of my next commanders. I honestly really enjoy that. Let's see what else. I got a foil Uthros Titanic God Core. I only got one shock land, surprisingly. I got Godless Shrine. I got an Adagia, Windswept Heath, Grove of Burned Willows foil. I did get the new Gaia Cradle land. This is actually foil, by the way. And I'm actually happy about that. Got some pretty sweet pulls so far. Hey, what's up, Cantaloupe? And then we got an Inkmoth Nexus alternate art. Got Pinnacle Emissary foil borderless. Got a Cosmogoyf. All right. I am going to start. Yes, I know. I fixed the echo, Liam. You're welcome. Jerk. Okay. So, we are going to move on to the next box. Hopefully, we're trying to find what is it called? The Supervoid? What's the actual name for it? Sothera. Sothera the Supervoid is the chase card in this set, I believe. I may be mistaken. My friend Rob would know more. If he's watching, Rob, is that the chase card of this set? Let me know when you finally get here. Okay. This is Magic. It is Magic the Gathering, Edge of Eternities. So there you go. Is this like Magic? It is like Magic, yes. Magic the Gathering, Edge of Eternities. Edge of Eternities is the set. This is just new foil promo art cards and fancy boxes. So the Final Fantasy boxes, I will probably not opening any of that set, as the collector boxes are now bordering $2,000 a box. So no, probably not going to be opening that set anytime soon. Anyway, let's get this party started, shall we? All right, I'm going to zoom in on this a little bit so you guys can get a closer view of it. There we go, that's better. You guys don't need to see my dusty desk. All right, this set has also not been fully released yet. It comes out this coming weekend is the actual release date. I just got these boxes early because of pre-release stuff. So, without further ado, let's look at the art card first. Oh, first pack right off the bat. It is a signed art card. That's pretty. I'm going to leave that right up there. Can you guys see that? There we go. All right. So, Cryogen Relic. I'm not going to read all these cards. I'm just going to say things. There's a command bridge in this. What does this do? Unless you tap an untapped permanent you control. Oh, so it's this like command tower, but worse. Okay, Bombard, Chrome Companion, the bestest boy of the set. Lost in Space, Galvanizing Saw Ship, Susarian Dirge Craft, Roving Actuator, Reroute Systems. What target artifact or creature gains indestructible until end turn. Deals 2 damage to target tap creature. 1-drop instant. That's pretty good. All right, here we go. These lands are gorgeous. This is just a basic land in this pack. This is a Plains. Hi, Ashley. This is a Plains. Look at this. Oh my goodness, it's gorgeous. All right. Deodrine, Synthesis, Amalgam, Trample. This is a new construct. I don't know any of these cards. Can you read the mythical or other good cards? I just got to the first mythical or rare. So here we go. This is a 2-cost with an X Trample. Enters with a number of 1/1 counters on it equal to the amount of mana spent to cast it. That's a gorgeous Plains. I know, right? It's foil too. Oh, just wait till you see the other lands. They're so amazing. Whenever you attack, you may remove a 1/1 counter from each of up to 2 creatures you control. If you do, draw a card and create a 2/2 colorless robot artifact creature token. This dude would be a cool commander. Not bad. Alrighty. Patrolling Peacemaker. This creature enters 2 1/1 counters on it. Whenever an opponent commits a crime, proliferate. Excuse me, I cannot speak. So it is a 3-drop robot soldier. It is 0/0, unlike this dude's a 0/1. But honestly, not bad. I'm going to separate the commons and uncommons are out of here. The lands are going to be too pretty to just put away. All right, next rare is, oops, let me just throw it. Extinguisher Battleship. Borderless. When this enters, destroy target non-creature permanent. Then this spacecraft deals 4 damage to each creature. So this is a like a meteorite golem where it enters, it destroys something, and then it board wipes. And then it has flying and trample. I do not know what the new mechanic is. Station. Is it like you just tap and they remain tapped and this becomes a creature if you tap 5 or more creatures? I don't know how Station works, unfortunately. But next one. Lotus Field. Oh, that's cool. I like how this art comes into the text box. Do you guys see that? This is the spaceship coming out of the art into the text box. That's really cool. Land, hexproof. This land enters taps. When this enters, sacrifice 2 lands. Add 3 mana of any one color. I love Lotus Field. Honestly, it's not the worst land. It has hexproof. Can't be destroyed. Well, can't be targeted. And the last one. Bioengineered Future, 3-drop enchantment. When this enchantment enters the land, I can't speak. Create a lander token. Each creature control with an additional 1/1 counter on it for each land that entered the battlefield under your control this turn. Each creature you control enters with an additional 1/1 counter on it for each land that entered the battlefield under this control this turn. This is really good for a landfall deck, and I might put it in my landfall deck. So Liam has played against my landfall deck. Hi, Liam. Yes, I love Lotus cards too. I don't know. I think Lotus Field might be the money card of this pack, but Rob is not here. He's the money guy. So we will move on to the next one. I believe it is Lotus Field. Yes, I know. We don't have to point out my stutter. I don't know whatever. Do you guys see the crowns next to everyone's names? I don't understand what that is. We don't get an art when we just get a double-side foil token. Yay, landfall deck. Foil robot token or a foil lander. It's not bad. All right, you're not gonna be in the art pile though. You're gonna go in the other pile. All right, dock worker drone, ore plate pangolin, bombard, sky stinger, embrace oblivion. That's a cool card. Unravel. That's like what Mr. Fantastic from Doctor Strange 2. Oof. Spoiler. Invasive maneuvers, dual sun technique, biochem engineer. Yeah, that's probably what it is. Oh, this right here. Look at that mountain. This is also the new foil. I don't know if you guys can see it very well. There's dots. This is a galaxy foil basic land mountain. The entire thing is foil, but there's extra like shiny bits that are foil as well. Isn't that pretty? Oh, man. Lumen class frigate, 2-drop spaceship station. Oh, here we go. Tap another creature you control. Put a charge counter equal to its power on this spacecraft. Station only has a sorcery. It's an artifact creature at 12+. So that is what station does. So basically, if I tap this dude to station this car, if I tap it, it puts 2 charge counters on this, and then it untaps, and then it stays. The charge counters stay on this. So that's actually better. It's better than I thought. Okay, these can go out of the way now. Yes, Liam, I know you want. I know you want. It's so pretty. All right. Ooh, Festering Thicket. It is a border. This is one of the commander cards because of the commander symbol. It's different than the rest. Interest tapped, has a cycling land, and it's a swamp and forest in addition. Whoosh. Ooh. Esteli Reclaimer. 5-drop, Angel Warrior. Flying. When this creature enters, return target creature, non-land permanent card with mana value. Excuse me, I'm sniffling a lot. With mana value X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, where X is the amount of mana spent to cast this creature. And this has a warp cost. I need to know what warp does. So like crewing, but it rolls over. Yes, it does. It is like crewing nowadays vehicles, but the charge counters stay on the card, and you don't need to crew it every time. You just need to reach on this one 12 plus, and then it becomes a creature. Weird, right? You can also remove charge counters from this and that if that's the case. It's weird. All right, and I think warp is the same thing as going on an adventure. You can exile it and then cast this again from exile, unless I'm mistaken. I don't know the exact rules on warp yet. Watcha! Thespian Stage. This is a land. That is pretty art. That looks like something from Star Wars. The Senate Room, right? Tap. Add a colorless mana. Tap 2. Tap this. This land becomes a copy of target land, except it has this ability. Sounds like a really fun mechanic. Shit, I do want this set. Yes, you do want this set. This set is a really fun set because it's in space. Yes, it is spacefaring. There is space vehicles. You go from different planet to planet. Each basic land is a different planet. And yeah, as Ashley said, this could be Mars. I do not know. But Thespian Stage is a good land. And the final card, Pinnacle Star Cage, 3-drop artifact. When this artifact, when I say 3-drop, it costs 3 to play it. When this artifact enters, exile all artifacts and creatures with mana value 2 or less until this artifact leaves the battlefield. Oof. Pay 8 mana, put each card exiled with this artifact into its owner's graveyard, and then create a 2/2 colorless robot artifact creature token for each card put into the graveyard this way. Sacrifice this artifact. So basically, this is a board wipe for mini dudes, and then it's a board fill for your dudes. It's kind of cool. All right. Pack number 3. Here we go. All right. Do we get we got an art card? Is it signed? Not a signed, but it is actually a really cool art card. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. That's so cool. All right, that's going to go under the signed one. All right. Zookeeper Mechan, Starfighter Pilot. I like the art on that. It looks like a Power Ranger piloting a mech. Doesn't it? Cryo Shatter. Shattered Wings. A lot of shatter in this set. Sammy's Curiosity. Harmonious Grove Strider. Dual Sun Adepts. Alpha Rail Dreamy Acolyte. When this card enters, draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards unless you discard an artifact. During your return, this card has Death Touch. Okay. Seed Ship Agrarian. Hey, Liam, I got another mountain. But this one's not the Galaxy foil one. It's just regular foil. Just full foil. Oh, it is so hot. I wish I had freaking AC. All right, here we go. The Eternity Elevator. 5. Tap to add 3. Station. 20 plus. Add X mana of any one color where X is the amount of charge counters on this. Ooh. This might be going in my Eldrazi deck. This card is insane. And it costs 5 to play, and you already can tap it for 3 colors right away. And then it has Station on top of that. Jeez. Okay. Oh. I did think I did say Sammy's Curiosity. Let's see. Yep, Sammy's Curiosity, except it's spelled S-A-M-I-S Curiosity. All right. Next rare is Scouring Swarm, 3-drop, flying. Whenever you sacrifice a land, create a tapped token that's a copy of this creature. If 7 or more lands are in your graveyard, otherwise create a tapped 1/1 black insect creature token with flying. Interesting. Is this like a worse... This is a worse... God, what's the bug that doubles itself? Skewed Swarm. This is a worse Skewed Swarm because it's a Scouring Swarm. Interesting. Okay. Ooh, Starwinder. 7 drops, Leviathan. Whenever your creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you draw that many cards. Holy cow. That is amazing art. Look at this. The stupid flare. There we go. That is an amazing looking card. And it has warp too. That's cool. All right. And next one. Reflecting Pool. Look at that. That is super pretty. Reflecting Pool. Add 1 mana of any type that a land you control could produce. Look at that. That's so pretty. All right, here we go. Final card to pack. Ugh. I may actually be dying. Secluded Starforge. This looks awesome. This is a land, not an artifact. Tap, add colorless. Tap 2, tap this. Tap an X. Untapped artifacts you control. Target creature gets +X/+0 until end of turn. Activate only as a sorcery. Tap 5. Create a 2/2 colorless robot artifact creature token. Liam, get this deck, dude. There's so look at the lands. They're better than unlands in my opinion. Look at that. All right, next pack. Oh man, I'm doing a lot of talking. My voice is getting hoarse. All right. Uh-oh, not an art card, guys. Unfortunately, it's a drone. Get over there, trash. Okay. Drone and a lander. Double-sided token. Foil both sides. Neat. Go in the pile. Thawbringer. I might start not naming the uncommon commons and just kind of going through them, if that's okay, just so I can give my voice some time to cool off. That'd be good. I also wanted to get some of the Final Fantasy packs, just so I don't fully miss out. Yeah, go for it. You love Final Fantasy, dude. Might hate me for saying this right now, but this gives me Star Wars vibes. This set does give me Star Wars vibes, especially, was it a rare? That was the one land that looked like, is it a rare? Yeah, this one. This reminds me of the Council Chamber in the prequel. Tell me I'm wrong. Am I wrong? I mean, all right. Back to the pack. Stop distracting me, guys. Gosh. Cav Landseeker. Oh, I'm not naming these right. This card's cool. I will read this just because I like her, and she's probably going to be going in one of my decks. She's a 5-drop. Whenever this enters or attacks, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. Whenever one or more creatures you control with a 1/1 counter on them deal damage to a player, draw a card. Isn't that cool? I like her. She's probably going to be going in my 1/1 counter deck. Oy, sweaty. I'm wiping my hands. I need to not touch my face because I might damage the card. Sammy, ship's engineer. Nice. Territorial Brooder. Ah, look at this island, Liam. This is foil. Look at that. Look at that. That's so cool. I don't know why this is an island. It just looks blue. Anyway. Okay. Zoo-Ifit. Osteoharmonicist. 3-drop. Human Wizard. Tap. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. It's a skeleton in addition to its other types and has no abilities. So, animation deck, basically. It's not bad. All right, next one. Glittering Massif. Mountain Plains. This land enters tapped. Cycling. Nice. Oh, another one of those Lumen class frigates. I'm not going to read it because I've already read it. Oh, Galaxy Foil Eldrazi Temple. Look at that. Look at it. This is going to go in my Eldrazi deck, Liam. Anyway, so tap. This is the land. Tap, add colors. Tap, add 2 colors. Spend this mana only to cast colorless Eldrazi spells or activate abilities of colorless Eldrazi. That is a pretty card. That is a pretty card. All right. Oh, this I think is actually worth some money. Where's my sleeves? I think this is $100 right here. The Sammy deck is actually, the Sammy card that I just said is actually a legendary creature, and it can actually be used as a commander. Hold on, I'll get back to that card in a second. That's $100. This is a legendary creature, so you can actually build a Sammy deck for a commander, obviously. Anyway, this thing is a token doubler, and I got the foil, like, showcase art. And this, as last I checked, is $100. It could go up, it could go down. The set has not fully released yet, but sitting right now, the streaming of this video, is $100. And I am very happy with it. That's going to go in its own separate pile. Yes, it is. I agree. The Eldrazi Temple is pretty. I don't know how much the Eldrazi Temple is, but maybe I'll just look it up. Let's see. Eldrazi Temple. I don't know what everybody uses for whatchamacallit. a price check for cards, but I use TCG Player. I don't know what everybody else uses. Okay, or I sometimes use Star City because it just came up with the base one. I'm sorry, this is taking me longer than anticipated. Nope. No. Eldrazi. Temple. There we go. This is a Galaxy foil. Go away, add. Borderless foil. Borderless foil, Galaxy foil. Oh, that's $65. Oh, I'm going to sleeve that. I am glad I looked that up. It's so pretty. Okay. All right, now enough fangirling, guys. Come on, let's stay on track here. Ah, okay. Munitions. When this token leaves the battlefield, it deals 2 damage to any target. This is a brand new token. Like, this token has never existed before. Neither is this one. So, this interesting. All right, here we go. Maybe I should I just draw from the back for the best cards in the back. Pinnacle Killship, Blooming Stinger, Galactic Wayfarer. I'm not naming these, I forgot. Sorry, guys. Unless there's one you guys specifically want me to call out. I love this land. This is a forest. Look at that. It looks like out of Avatar from Pandora, except with spaceships and not flying animals. All right. That means, with the location of the basic land, that means we are moving on to the rares and the mythic rares. Here we go. Loading Zone. 4-drop enchantment. One or more counters will be put on a creature, spacecraft, or planet you control. Twice that many of each of those counters are put on it instead with warp. Is this... This thing is insane. I'm going to look this up. Double the counters on something if a counter would go on it. Okay, fine, Ashley. I apologize for telling me you can't fangirl if you're a fan and a girl. Okay, you got me there. You got me there. Okay, here we go. Loading Zone. $6 normal, $8 foil. It's not horrible. Not horrible. Long range sensor, 3-drop artifact. When you attack a player, put a charge counter on this artifact. Tap 1 mana. Do not tap this. Remove 2 charge counters from this artifact. Discover 4. Activate only as a sorcery. Oh. Interesting. This does not proliferate. It says if 1 or more counters will be put on a creature space that you control, twice that. Oh. So it's not ETB. It's just if 1 or more counters are put on it, put twice that many. So if I put 10,000 counters on something, I put 20,000 counters on that instead. Nice. Pain for All. 3-drop. Enchantment aura. Enchant creature control. When this aura enters, enchanted creature deals damage equal to its power to any other target. When enchanted creature is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to each opponent. Oh! That's actually really good. All right. Swarmyard. Ooh. It's kind of cool. Look at that. It has a spider web in it. And bug caught in it. That's actually super pretty. All right. Land. Tap. Add. Colorless. Tap. Regenerate target insect, rat, spider, or squirrel. Neat. Ooh. Elegy Acolyte. 4 mana. Creature. Human cleric. Lifelink. Whenever 1 or more creatures you control deal damage to a player, you draw a card and lose a life. Void. At the beginning of your end step, if a non-land permanent left the battlefield this turn or a spell was warped this turn, create a 2/2 colorless robot artifact creature token. And a 4-drop 4/4 at that. With lifelink. That's insane. I'm going to look this dude up. He looks important. I know he's an acolyte. I'm not saying all acolytes aren't important, but this dude looks important. Elegy Acolyte. Here we go. $5. It's not bad. All right. Next pack. Am I only halfway done? Oh my goodness. This is pack number 6, guys. Oh, I see an art card in the back, folks. Cha. Ooh. Look at that. I've not hit another shock land in this set, which I'm kind of sad about. That's pretty. All right, you're going underneath the signed one. Oh no, it's damaged. Okay. Boom, ba-da-da-doom, ba-da-da-doom, ba-da-doom, ba-da-doom, da-da-doom, da-da-doom, da-doom, da-doom. Up, down, upside down. Mispacked pack here. Upside down, Galaxy Foil Swamp. Look at that. That is super pretty. All right, next card is Sothera Supervoid Altar. Oh, it's one of the mythic planets. Interesting. So now I have the green one, the blue one, the white one, and the black one. I'm missing the red one, I believe. The other ones are super expensive, so I'm just going to look this one up. Sothera Supervoid Altar. Let's look it up. So the base price is 15. Foil is 20. Okay. You get to sleep. You get to sleep. You get to sleep. Sweet. Cool. Baloth Prime. 4-drop 10/10. Oh, this creature enters with 6 stun counters on it. So it's basically you can play it as a 10/10, but then it just sits there for 6 turns unless you move the stun counters from it. Although there is a dinosaur that decreases the mana cost called Galta Primal Hunger, I believe. I think that's the one. It's a 12/12 with trample, but its mana cost 1 colorless less for each power on your board, and it's a 2 green and 10 colorless. So this is a 6-turn combo. You can play both of these. Whenever you sacrifice a land, create a 4/4 green beast creature token and untap this creature. Oh, pay 4 mana, sacrifice a land, you gain 4 life. That is insane. I'm glad to see Baloths are coming back though. Weft Walking. Interesting. 4-drop enchantment. When this enchantment enters, if you cast it, shuffle your hand and graveyard into your library, then draw 7 cards. First spell each player casts during each of their turns may be cast without paying its mana cost. Interesting. So this is Omniscience, but for everyone, for the first spell a turn. Let's look this card up, because this is insane. You love Baloths. I love Baloths. I just love big green beasties. This is borderless. It is a $15 card. This, honestly, is pretty good. Autocorrect hates typing about Magic. oh, yeah. Honestly fair. All right, so $15 card. All right, here we go. Echoing Deeps, land, cave. You may have this land enter tapped as a copy of any land card in the graveyard, except it's a cave in addition to its other types. Nice. Tapped, add colorless mana. It's not bad. Looks cool, too. I love the art in this set. Final card is Thrumming Hive Pool. Oh, my goodness. This is a 6-drop artifact, affinity for slivers. Slivers you control have double strike and haste. At the beginning of your upgrade, create 2 1/1 colorless sliver to creature tokens. Why? Why does this card exist? How much is this called? How much does this cost? I know. There we go. How much does this cost? It is a borderless foil. $30. Jeez. Why does this card? Everybody hates slivers. Except for the people who play slivers. Like, why are they making more slivers support? I'm baffled. Flabbergasted. Bamboozled. Alright. Next pack. Alright, a pack, a robot token, and a lander token. Over there. Boom, I see something shiny in the very back. Boom, 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 boom. It's too shiny, it won't stay hidden behind other lands. Ah. Galaxy Foil Mountain again. Now I have 2 of it, Liam. Haha. Look at that, it's so pretty. Starwinder. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you may draw that many cards. That is a... Oh, it's the same Leviathan. I don't know why I just read it then. Planetary Annihilation. Pay 5 mana. Each player chooses 6 lands they control, then sacrifices the rest. Planetary Annihilation deals 6 damage to each creature. Wow. So this makes you lose mana and board wipes, almost. Holy cow, for 5 mana. Jeez. Commons, uncommons. Go over there. Rare. Mutinous Massacre. Choose odd or even. Destroy each creature with a mana value of the chosen quantity. Then gain control of all creatures until end of turn. Untap them. They gain haste until end of turn. So pay 7 mana, board wipe, odd or even, and then you gain control of whatever's left for the turn. That's insane. That is insane. High Market. That is pretty. This looks like something straight out. I don't know if this looks like... I can't put my finger on it. It looks Star Wars-y, but it's not. Tap. This is a land. Tap. Add 1 colorless. Tap. Sacrifice a creature. You gain 1 life. What is this? I've never seen this. Interesting. Hold on. Guys... Devastating Onslaught. This foil is like Pokemon level foil. Look at that thing. Devastating Onslaught. 2x and a red. Sorcery. Create X tokens that are copies of target artifact or creature you control. Those tokens gain haste until end of turn. Sacrifice at the beginning of the next end step. This thing looks important. I don't want to be touching it. Stay there. Devastating Onslaught, huh? Yeah, everybody. Yeah, saying it looks like a Pokemon card. All right, let's look it up. Devastating Onslaught. Let's look this up, guys. $10, $13, $14, $20, $30. Devastating Onslaught, Showcase Fracture Foil, English. So this is a new foil as well. This is what it's called, a Fracture Foil. And this is $60. Normally it's a $10 card. But this is a new foil called Fracture Foil. And it just makes it super, super shiny. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm kind of happy with that. I had no idea fracture foils were a thing in this set. I knew galaxy foils were. That's what all little dots and stuff are. All right. Next pack. Let's see. If I can open it. Jeez. Ooh, I see an art card. Oh, it's a pilot. This looks like something out of the board game Scythe. If anybody's ever played that, I love it. It's my favorite board game. All right, here we go. Sorry, I like making sound effects. All right, here we go. More Pandora lands. Warmaker Gunship, 3-drop, spacecraft. When this enters, deal damage equal to the number of artifacts you control to target creature an opponent controls. Jeez, that's actually really good for a 3-drop. Oh, yo, you like Scythe too, Liam? I love it. All right, these can go away. No, you can't go away. You're special. Okay. Boom. Uthros, Research Craft, 3-drop, borderless, spacecraft, station. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, draw a card, put a charge counter on this spacecraft. So basically, this has station, but when you get to 3 or more charge counters to station, you draw, whenever you cast an artifact, you draw a card, and then you put a charge counter on it without tapping an artifact, creature or anything. And it does not trigger once a turn. This, every time you cast an artifact, this triggers. And then when you get to 12, flying, this spacecraft gets +1/+0 for each artifact you control. Starts at a 0/8. That's pretty cool. Next card. Ooh, here's that construct I was talking about earlier. That's really cool. All right, final card of this pack is... Oh, no, not the final card. High Market. Land. Tap 1, add colorless. Sacrifice a creature. Did I already pull one of these? Oh, yeah. 2 different high market. Look at that. Interesting. Okay. High market. Boom. Oh! This is pretty. I got to know. So this is a shock land. This is the Sacred Foundry Shockland border, or I guess showcase art foil. I want to know how much this thing costs. I misspelled it. Foundry. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. Borderless foil, non-galaxy, $30. Galaxy is 70. Holy cow. This set is insane. Look at that. Okay, next pack. So these are the only cards that I know of that could have been worth something. So, well, except for this one. So these, I have not looked up the prices or anything, but we are going to come back to that later. Maybe in a follow-up episode. I do not know. I know this card is worth 100. Not that one's worth 65. This card is worth 100. And then I showed you guys this a little bit ago, if I can find it, from my other box. My wife pulled the Instone, which is worth 70. This art specifically. So, not bad. And each of these boxes were only 300 each. All right. Next pack is... there you go. An emblem. We have not pulled a Planeswalker. I think there's only one in the set, and it's Tezzeret. At the beginning of your combat on your turn, put 3 1/1 counters on target artifact control. If it's not a creature, it becomes a 0/0 robot artifact creature token. Cool. With a robot on the back. No, not that pile. Here we go. Another Galaxy Foil Swamp, folks. Look at that. And it keeps getting put in the pack upside down. Jeez, I'm getting the sign that I need to make a red-black deck sometime soon. Buy another Bioengineer Future. It's good. Oh, this can go away now. You guys have had enough camera time. Bioengineered Future. In Spirit Flagship Vessel, 3 cost station. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put your choice of put your choice of a 1/1 counter or 2 charge counters on up to 1 other target artifact. Flying. Other artifacts you control have hexproof and indestructible. Can spacecraft be commanders? This is insane. Can spacecraft be commanders? That's something that would be something interesting to look up. Ooh, Hardlight Containment. 1-drop enchantment aura. Enchant artifact you control. When this aura enters, exile target creature an opponent controls, and this aura leaves the battlefield. Enchanted permanent has ward 1. Interesting. This is a 1-drop exile target creature an opponent controls until this leaves the battlefield, and you enchant an artifact. So if you enchanted an artifact with indestructible and hexproof, just auto exile something, I guess. Interesting. Meteor Crater. It's a land. That looks super cool. Looks like something out of like Samurai Jack or something. Tap. Choose a color of a permanent you control. Add 1 mana of that crater. That color. And consult the star charts. Oh, geez. Official MTG site. Starting with Edge of Eternities, legendary vehicles and legendary spacecraft with a printed power and toughness are eligible to be your deck's commander. Interesting. So that'd be a fun commander deck to be like spacecrafts, artifacts and spacecrafts. Kicker. Look at the top X cards of your library, where X is the number of lands you control. Put 1 of those cards into your hand. If the spell was kicked, put 2 of those cards into your hand instead. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. 2-drop instant. Neat. All right, next pack. We got 3 left, including this one. So let's hope we still haven't seen it. Both boxes, I've not seen a Tezzeret or the Sothera Supervoid. So I'm very confused, or not confused. I'm very bummed that we did not get either of those. But I mean, we still got some effort. We got 2 more packs? Ooh, looks like something out of Fallout. The kind of art style with this art. Nice. Going underneath the art pile. Here we go. Is that another Galaxy Foil? No, just a normal foil swamp, guys. That encounter your commander, i.e. your general, can be like a truck. Yep. Yep. Woo. Swamp. Oh, Tezzeret, Cruel Captain. Speaking of, this is a colorless planeswalker. Tezzeret is colorless now. General Ford, new meaning. Oh, God, Lord. When our artifact you control enters, put a loyalty counter on Tezzeret. Untap target creature or creature. Blah. I cannot talk. Untap target artifact or creature. If it's an artifact creature, put a 1/1 counter on it. Search your library for an artifact card with mana value 1 or less. Reveal it, put it to your hand. And then the emblem that I read earlier. Holy cow. This would be interesting. When an artifact you control enters, put a 1 loyalty counter. So if you just... Hey, Liam. If this combined with Smothering Tithe, each time a treasure enters, this thing gets a loyalty counter. Isn't that fun? All right, let's look this dude up. I think he's the only planeswalker in the set. So we are gonna look him up because he is, yeah. Tezzeret, Cruel Captain. Here we go. He's $45 normal. Just foil, he's $60. Holy cow. Interesting. The borderless foil alternate art, whatever, is $100. But I doubt we're going to get that anytime soon. But welcome to the club, Tezzeret. All right, Radiant Summit. This land enters tapped unless you control 2 or more basic lands. Neat. Ooh, the Dominion Bracelet. 2-drop artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has pay 15. Exile this bracelet. You control target opponent during their next turn. This ability costs X less, where X is a creature's power. Actually, it only is a sorcery. So basically, I can take your next turn. Interesting. I wonder how much this would cost. Let's look it up to the interwebs. The Dominion Bracelet. Borderless. 25. Nice. Extended art, I guess. This is borderless, extended art. Basically same thing, right? Basically same thing. Lava Claw Reaches. I pulled a Galaxy foil this earlier. This is the land that taps, enters tapped. Tap a black or a red. Pay 3 mana until end of turn. This becomes a 2/2 black and red elemental creature token with pay X. It's fire breathing, basically. Pay X. This creature gets +X/+O until end of turn. It's still a land. Interesting. Ooh. Weapons manufacturing. When a non-token artifact you control enters, create a colorless artifact token named Munitions. When this token leaves the battlefield, it deals 2 damage to any target. Holy cow. That is pretty. The lightning is... my thing is lightning, and the lightning is foil. I love it. Ah! My cards! The pile is getting too big. Okay. Still do anything with dragons, or was that just like a phase for them? Nope. There is actually a dragon in this set. And I pulled a dragon. Hold on. Am I missing a rare? Nope. Let me find that dragon I pulled in the last box really quick. They print out a new dragon every set. There you go. Nova Hellkite. Flying haste 5-drop. When this creature enters, deals 1 damage to target creature and opponent controls. It has warp. I don't know what warp is. I have yet to see it, but it's a 4/5 with flying and haste. 4/5. Dragons are always the thing. Alrighty. On to the next pack. If I can open it without damaging the cards. Pretty please. I'd appreciate that. Ooh. My first one of these tokens. A Thopter. Adorable. With a beast. Ooh, that's a cool looking beast. Hey, look at that island. Yeah. Rust Harvester. 1-drop robot menace. Exile an artifact from your graveyard. Put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Then it deals damage equal to its power to any target. That's actually really cool. Interesting. So what is the bottom to top to this pack? I open it from the front, depending on the pack, I guess. whatever side, I start with the commons and uncommons so I can save the rares and mythics for last. Because in this order, just a foil copy of rares in front and then the ultimate alternate art, whatever cards in the back. That's why I open it this way. Solar Array, 3 mana, tap this, add 1 mana of any color. When you next cast an artifact spell this turn, that spell gains Sunburst. So Sunburst basically, I believe the way it works is depending on how many colors you spend to cast an artifact, you can cast something for free, I believe, from your hand with less mana cost. I believe. I'm not entirely sure. But don't quote me on it. All right, next card. Hey, another Eternity Elevator. Next card. Shambling Vent. This land enters tapped. Add white or black. Pay 3 mana until end of turn. This land becomes a 2/3 white and black elemental creature token with lifelink. Not token. Boom. Ooh, loading zone. The counter doubler. Interesting. No worries. So if I live stream and you miss something, that is auto recorded. So you can just go back and rewatch something that you miss. Last pack. I already got Tezzeret, so we're still missing the Sothera Supervoid. Let's hope we get it. Last pack. Here we go. It's so hot in here. Oh my goodness. I don't have AC in this house, and I'm just kind of dying. Okay. Boom. Golem token and a copy token. Neat. Not that pile, this pile. Okay. Command bridge. Worst command tower, basically. This taps for any color, but this enters tapped, and you have to tap it on another untapped permanent you control to tap it. It's worst command tower. Boom. Starfighter pilot. Boom, boom. Dun 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 dun. Galaxy foil forest. Upside down. Boom. Pandora. Okay. Genomorph Imago. Hey, Tristan. Pay 2 mana to summon this insect druid flying landfall. Whenever you land, you control enters. Target creature has base power, toughness 3/3 until end of turn. If you control 6 more lands, that creature has base power and toughness 6/6 in this turn instead. Interesting. Okay. All right. So this is the last pack. Tristan made it in time for the very last pack. Boom. Depth Shaker Titan. 7-drop artifact creature robot. When this creature enters, any number of target non-creature artifacts become 3/3 artifacts. Sacrifice them at the beginning of the next end step. Each artifact creature control has melee, trample, and haste. Holy cow. If I have 40 treasure tokens on board and I drop this thing, they all become 3/3s with melee, trample, and haste. I think melee, whenever they attack, they get +1/+1 for each other creature that has melee. It's insane. Okay. Warmaker Gunship. We already went through this one. Petrified Field. Land. Tap. Add a colorless. Tap. Sacrifice this land. Return target land from your graveyard to your hand. Nice. Very last card of my second box. Here we go. It's fine. If I want to make a commander deck out of them, now I have the best art for them. Deodrain. Synthesis Amalgam. 2-drop with an X in the cost. Trample. When this enters with 1/1 counters equal to the amount of mana spent to cast it, whenever you attack, you may remove a 1/1 counter from each of up to 2 creatures you control. If you do, draw a card and create a 2/2 colorless robot artifact creature token. Also, it's not up to. You may remove a 1/1 counter from each of 2 creatures you control. So basically, I remove counters and I make dudes. Honestly, not a bad box. Neither of these were bad boxes in all reality. But, so that is it for me opening this box. I'm going to probably be going through these and picking out what cards I like. I might make a commander deck out of him. I really like this card. Seems fun. This one. You guys can't see it because my big face is in the way. There you go. I might make a commander deck out of this dude. Ship. Thing. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and hanging out with me while I open this this collector box. I've got some really cool pulls. Let me, instead of showing off the other rares, let me show off the cool pulls we got. This is probably the most expensive card we pulled. Exalted Sunborn. The art is blue, but it's a white card. Interesting. Bye, Liam. Alrighty, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. It'll really help me out. I know I have not been I've not been posting a lot recently. I've been busy with work. This winter and maybe a month and a half-ish, I will have a lot more free time and I will be able to post a lot more. I'm trying to get more games to play. I'm trying to get more friends to play with. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. As I said, it will really help me out. And as always, I will catch you guys in the next episode.